Good people, good morning once again. Welcome to Wadeki Auto Trading. Now, today we have two massive units. These cars are very popular in the Kenyan market. I'm talking about Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX. We have TXL, we have VXL, but today here I want to talk about two cars. On the left is a black 2020 Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX diesel 2020 model. On the right is a white 2018 Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TXL petrol. So we want to see which car is perfect for you in terms of interior quality, in terms of performance, and in general, which car is much better. Now, Toyota Land Cruiser Prado comes in a number of trims, the best trim being Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX. Next in the ladder is a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TXL, which has some more extra features as compared to a TX, and it is a larger version of the TX because of the L. The TXL, the L means a larger TX. Now, if you move a little bit higher from the TX, we have Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TXL. But a TXL is always in demand, and all the VXLs that we have here are sold. There are two. This one's already sold, and another one is sold. One of the common features that you notice in a TXL is this spare tire at the back here. Okay, so we have a TXL, and the top two trims for Toyota Land Cruiser Prados is VXL and TZG. Now, TZG is a JDM, that is Japanese local market, while the VXL can be sold in Australia, South Africa, and you also find it in Kenya. But now today we wanted to focus on the more available units, that is Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX and Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TXL. Now, this TX being a 2020 unit and also being a diesel, you expect this one to be a little bit higher. The asking price for this TX is 9.5 million shillings. But if you want something a little bit lighter, this one has more features, but it's a little bit cheaper. This one goes for 6.7 million shillings, and it is very much negotiable. Now, if you want to buy these cars, plans, we do cash, bank financing, and we also allow hire purchase. Those are options for you. You can explore each of those and let us see what happens. So I'm going to take you through all these two cars because this one's a diesel, it has more power, while this one is a petrol, easy to maintain, and it is a straightforward unit. So I'll take you through, and of course, before we go far, make sure you subscribe to this channel, Wadeki Auto Trading, so that each and every day we post videos of cars like this, you get to see them as soon as we post. Next car in line is this Lexus LX600. It is a 2023 model, 0 mileage. I'll be doing a video of that, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and always keep tabs. Thank you. Now, being these are TXL, you expect it to have more features than a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX. But if you get these two cars stock from the factory, that is when you'll get to see the real differences. Because these are used cars in Japan, you get them, the users of these cars probably have changed some of the features of these cars. One thing that you can notice that has been changed is the wheels in this car. It doesn't come with standard wheels like this, and also they don't come with standard alloys like these ones here. Okay, now Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX usually is the best trim version of Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, and majorly they don't come with a lot of chrome, but you notice like this one has a lot of chrome because these ones are added features, and it is also a facelift. But for the TXL, it usually comes with a lot of chrome finishing in these two cars. Okay, so I'll take you through the exterior, let us see the interior, and by the end of the day you tell me which car is better treated for you. If you want a car that has more legroom at the back, more storage, then you can go for the TX because the wheelbase is a little bit longer as compared to a standard TX. Okay, now let us talk about the engine that you get inside these two cars. Now you have for the diesel, you have a 1JD FTV diesel, that is of course turbo. You get a 2.8 liter turbo diesel that gives you 205 horsepower. As you can see, this is a 1GD FTV 2754, that which translates to 2.8 liter diesel. So you get 205 horsepower and 500 Newton meters of torque. That is enough power to pull or push this car through all kind of terrains, especially if you are an off-roader. This Toyota Land Cruiser Prado diesel is perfect for that. If you're going to tow some things, if you have a trailer that you're going to pull, if you're going off-roading and another car gets stuck, this car is perfect for that. Now it has 4 cylinders in it, and of course we say it's a turbo, and the turbo helps this car generate all that power. Okay, now fuel economy for a diesel is a little bit good as compared to petrol. In this TX Prado diesel, you get an average of 8.5 kilometers to 9 kilometers per liter of petrol. Now, when you talk about a TXL, because we are talking about the engine, you get a 2.7 liter petrol engine, which is pretty good, 2700 cc. But in terms of fuel economy, you get less economy. Yeah, you get around 7 to 8.5 kilometers per liter. And the type of engine that you get in this car is a 2TR FE 2.7 liter petrol engine. Now, this petrol one is naturally aspirated. It gives you 161 horsepower, 273 newton meters of torque. So, in terms of power, this car is a bit lazier as compared to this diesel Prado. So do not confuse me when I say it's a bit lazy. This car can take you anywhere. You can go off-roading, you can do whatever you want to do, and you'll come back in good shape. Okay. For the diesel one, it favors people who want more power. They want more pulling power majorly. But for the petrol one is easy to maintain. Petrol one lasts a long time because the fuel in the petrol fuel is, it doesn't have a lot of soot. It doesn't damage the engine easily. But for the diesel, you need to be very careful, regular maintenance, good fuel, and also because of the turbo, you need to be a little bit more careful. Okay, now let us stop about talking about the engine and all stuff. Let us now see the interior of these two cars. But before that, let us start from the exterior. If you look at these two cars from the front, you won't notice anything. There's not so much differences. All these cars look the same. Headlights are the same on these two side cars. Headlights are the same. Headlamp washers, you get headlamp washers, you get fog lights, you get a number of sensors on either. Same thing on this car here. A lot of difference is from the interior. All-terrain tires, also on this diesel Prado. Compact alloys on this side. Type of suspension, you get double wishbone suspension with coil and springs, of course. Same thing that you get in this diesel Prado, so there's no much difference at all. Side steps are actually the same. You have LED turn signals on the side mirrors, which is actually the same also. Keyless entry to the interior, which is very standard in almost all these Prados. From the back also, you won't notice much differences. They look exactly the same. In the TXL and in the VXL, that is when you get a lot of contrast in terms of design and also in terms of the features that you get in those two cars. Now, for a spare tire in the TX, it's situated down here, and also on the TXL, it is situated down there. So it's the same setup. Let us look at the back side of this TXL. This TXL is a 7-seater, just like the other TX. Both of them are 7-seaters. Let me show the back side. With the TX, the two back seats are up, which is pretty good. It's very spacious, but we'll compare it with the TXL, you'll see the difference. Now, for the TX, if you need to fold these seats down, you have to pull a number of levers here. But for a TXL, if you need to fold your back seats, there are electric buttons to do that. This is for the TXL. You just push these two buttons and the backside seats will fold. Okay, so that is one of the difference that you get in a TXL that you don't get in the standard Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX. Okay, so that is one thing, that is one major thing that we are going to notice about the differences of a TX and a TXL. Okay, let us see another clue or another thing that differentiates these two cars. Number one, we said the seats in a TX is manually adjustable, while the seats in a TXL are electrically adjustable. And you've seen that from the backside. I believe you've all seen that. Now let us check out the interior of the TXL. Now the interior of this TXL is gray and beige. So the entire color of the interior being beige with this gray finish on the dashboard and on the top edges of your door. So you have this soft plastic material on top, leather armrest here. I love the beige color. A lot of storage space on the lower section. You have your primary speaker, power door controls. And as you get in, you get this legendary look from Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. Personally, I think I love the design and the finish that you get on a Prado. Now you have these leather seats, which of course it's heated and cooled, and you can tell that from this seat, these perforations on the seats, and also the seats on a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TXL is electrically adjustable. Okay, now we'll go to the TX and see what are some of the differences. But before we go there, let us continue. You get a number of controls here. It is a push to start, side mirror controls, nice air vents. On the steering wheel, you have wood finish on the top side and wood on the lower side, but on the sides, it is leather wrapped with some cool stitches on it. Okay, so let us check out the TX. Let us see if we have the features that you have in a TXL. Now, starting from the door, you notice that this TX is actually entirely blacked out. Uh, you have this leather armrest, same design on the door, but you get this part is not very refined as in the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TXL. Okay, as you can see here, in the TXL you have a lot of storage space, but for the TX, you notice the space is a bit smaller. Storage space is here also, but the plastic that you get also here feels very basic. Now, as we head in, almost all the features are similar. The seats are also heated. The seats are not heated and cooled in the TX, but you have these perforations here. The seats also are manually adjustable. As you can see, you have these levers here to manually adjust your seats, and you use this lever here to push your seat forward and back. Okay, so that is one of the difference that you get in a TXL that is not in a TX. Another thing, you have these segments here. These parts are supposed to have controls, but in a TX, it has no functionality on them. Push to start, nice air vents. The steering wheel also is okay. The steering wheel, there's no much difference. You get wood trim on top, wood on the base area, and also it is leather wrapped. Now, the greatest difference also that you get from a TX to a TXL, here at the center console, you notice that this TX has no heated or cooled seats. Okay, in the TXL, you have heated and cooled seats. Let me show you that right away. See, in the TXL, you get these buttons here to heat and cool your seats. Okay, now another difference in the TX and the TXL is the infotainment system. The TXL has a larger infotainment system, more controls on the ACs, a lot of storage space here, a deeper storage space. You get your second start button here, traction control, and of course you have this button here to put your car on 4-wheel high range, 4-wheel low range, and on this side you have a very small cup holder. Let us see if you get that in a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX. On the TX, you don't get a lot of features. Seat warmers are not there, but you get extra features here. As you can see, this car can only be put in high range 4-wheel drive and low range 4-wheel drive. In the TXL, you had more functionality. You can lock the center diff, you can lock the rear diff, traction control, second start is there, hill descent also is there. You get 2 cup holders, as you can see that, and of course you get a deeper storage space, but you get the basic infotainment system in this Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX. Okay, so another difference is the infotainment system and the drivetrain. You have more differences. This TX has a sunroof, of which the TXL also has a sunroof, which is very similar. There is no much difference in that. Another difference is the sitting space at the back. This is the sitting space in the TX with the back seats raised. So we have to push back these seats. Yeah, let me do that. Now, the TXL having a larger wheelbase than the TX, it means the TX has squeezed legroom, especially in the back row. Ukiwa umekaa hapa, you'll notice that the TX also is a bit squeezed, especially if you push back the center seats all the way to the back. The backside passengers will be cramped up there at the back. Okay, but in a TXL, let us see the TXL. With the TXL, it looks a little bit larger. You can clearly see that it looks a bit larger. It is very spacious, and of course the back seats are folded, but clearly you get more space in a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TXL. Now TXL beats the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX in all aspects except when it comes to the engine. If you're going for a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TX diesel, you'll get more power than a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado TXL petrol. But if you want to match that, then you can go for the TXL diesel. Okay, now there's a VXL here, there's another VXL here. This one is sold, just like the other one. I told you it's sold. Some nice machine cut alloys. These are machine cut alloys. You get Land Cruiser Prado badgings over there. This is your spare tire. It illuminates at night, and you have a camera here on the back side. While you have this feature here where you put the number plate and you open the back door using these buttons here. So the VXL has, it is the ni baba yao when it comes to driving, yeah. But the TZG has more features. I don't see this TXL having the exact features that I'm looking for, but it is what it is. Okay, so guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because each and every day we do reviews of these cars. And as always, see you in the next one, and do not forget to subscribe, because the next video we'll be reviewing is Lexus LX 600.